So Manchester United lost to Crystal Palace, which to me this was such a shock. I did not expect this to happen at all. I don't know. I feel kind of bad because I had like two other players in my fantasy team, and they really let me down with this result. But other than that, um, Man United basically controlled the game, and it was kind of unfair for them to lose this game, in my opinion. But I mean, the players they got to step up. It's just basically that's the down point, or that's the bottom of the line. The has got to be better than what he did in that last instance. And I know people rate him super highly. I've always thought people rated him too highly because I've never seen what most people said about him. I know that one season, I don't know which one it was, if it was the 17 or the 15. I don't know where it was where Manchester United was so bad and literally the the finishing in the table where they got, I don't know, was it like second, or I think the other season was somewhere else in top 4. It was all because of him. I believe it because I saw some of those games and those games were insane, and I saw some of those saves and those saves were insane. Sometimes you can't let that block your sense of, I mean, not your sense, but your vision. What's happening right now is nowhere close. And especially what I saw in the World Cup, I was like, this is y'all's number one goalie in the world. This is y'all's best goalie in the world, whatever. I'm not saying that I didn't see those games, but like I remember there's this game when he went against Tottenham and people were like, he's like the best goalie in the world. You see those reflexes. I was like, he's going against Dele Ali. What has Dele Ali accomplished in his career? Like who has he faced? I know he probably beat Madrid. That's like the biggest thing ever, but Madrid's been beat by like almost everybody. Even when they had Ronaldo. I know people are gonna say, "Oh, they won Champions League and whatever the crap," but they're not a team that's been up there for like a bunch of times. I mean, all they have is Champions League. What do they have? They ain't got no leagues. They ain't got no Copa del Rey. I don't know what else they have. They just tied today, whatever. But that's what I'm saying. I just don't see it, and especially with the hair, I haven't seen it, and I don't rate them as much. And I especially don't rate them now because these mistakes are just starting to show. I don't know if his confidence is through the roof where people just put him up there or if it's some other certain aspect, but this goal was all his fault. And Manchester United lost because of him. And I know it's kind of unfair or whatever, but they also didn't create chances as well. They had the possession. I think they had like 70% possession, but the chances they did create, they weren't clear. And I know they had a penalty call with McTominay or whatever, however you say his name, and Rashford didn't score that one, and then he got racial abuse again and all this sort of stuff. But there's all these off-field antics that they're focusing on. They're not focusing on the game. And I feel like the players, if they want to win these games, they got to focus on the game and they got to score the goals. It's good to see that Daniel James is scoring or things like that, but these other players got to step up. I mean, if you're costing this much, you got to step up. And especially Harry Maguire, on that first goal, he was way too far from Lindelof, and Lindelof has got to do better. He's got to win those headers because I think the player that won the header is like way shorter than him, and he still couldn't win it. And then the IU hasn't scored a goal in like I don't know how long. They said, I think I saw this stat and it said since like January. And it's already been I don't know how many months, and he just scored against Man United. And Man United has a back line of like 100+ million pounds. And that can't be happening. In my opinion, it can't be happening because if you're going to be spending that much and you're still going to be having these problems, it's not really worth it. I mean, it's kind of unlucky as well, but like the forward players, they got to be stepping up. I see everybody online hyping up Martial, hyping up Rashford, hyping up all these people that they're going to get 15, 10 plus, whatever type of goals. But where were they this game? I did not see it. I know they had some few chances. I know Crystal Palace mostly stayed on their half of the field and they defended well. But like teams are gonna do that. Not all teams are gonna do that, but a lot of teams are. But they gotta step up to the moment. Like I mean, if you want to be in the top 4, if you want to be the top dogs, if you want to be the ones that y'all claim to be the best club in the world, whatever the crap, you gotta step up to these games, because you can't be losing to Crystal Palace with only them having 2 shots on goal, because that means they're so clinical that they're doing things that you can't even do. And that's just sad to see, in my opinion. But who knows? I mean, they did play good. Manchester United does have the quality, but they got to step it up, And I feel like it's just a mentality thing from the players. Because, I mean, Jose Mourinho's always said it, but we never believed him because everybody else was this and that. But I feel like there's just too much antics off the field. And when it comes to time, it comes to the time to prove it on the field, they're not there. That mindset's not there. Everything's not there. And that's just hurting them in the long run. But we'll see what happens in the future. We'll see how Crystal Palace's season's gonna go. I put them in my league prediction to stay up, but who knows what will happen. And Man United, I have no idea. I put them 6 again because I don't feel like they're gonna be any better. But at the start of the season, it was looking like something different. But then with this game right here, it's just proving like it's gonna be the same thing in my opinion. Could even be worse. Who knows? But we'll see. And it's all I gotta say. Hope you subscribe to the channel. Hope you like the video, and peace out.